That was so official. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you guys being here live. If more people come, I'll go ahead and let them in. Utilize the chat box. Please make sure you mute yourself if you haven't already. And we have 2 speakers tonight. They're going to talk to us about income producing activities, things that have helped them in their business, things that maybe work as income producing that they thought they were supposed to do, but maybe didn't work as well as they had hoped, and what helps their business kind of go a little bit easier and quicker and what they have found works for them. So take notes. And yeah, our first speaker is Rihanna. So you can go ahead and go whenever you are ready.
Awesome. Who's the second speaker? I'm curious.
Stacia.
Oh, hi, Stacia.
Oh, there she is.
Hey.
Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Okay, so how much time do I have? Because I don't want to go take any of Stacia's time. So
we have an hour, so we can do like 30 minutes and 30 minutes, or if you only want to do like 15 or 20 minutes, you can do 15, 40 minutes, and we have questions or
okay,
whatever
perfect.
works for your time schedule for both of you guys.
Okay, great. All right, so my name is Rihanna Franco. For those of you who don't, okay, sorry. For those of you who don't know me, I am Rihanna Franco, Superstar Director of Squad Goals here in Southern California. Thank you, Brooke, for inviting me to chat with your group. It's always a privilege and an honor to be invited anywhere. So I just want to thank you for inviting me, and nice to meet you ladies that are here on the call. So my understanding is we have all level of consultants here, right? We have essential, certified. Okay, great. I just want to congratulate you and applaud you for those of you who are here, because you guys are showing up, and showing up is half the battle. So continue to do that for every training possible that you guys could get on, that your leaders put on for you, because there's people that wish they have leaders that do this type of stuff, and you guys have that. So I just want to just throw that out there. So moving on. So time is crucial, right? Our time is valuable. A lot of people, oh, I don't have time, I'm too busy, right? We hear that a lot throughout the business, from when you start to getting people to sign up, and then throughout the business. So IPAs, income producing activities, are very important to our business, because if we find ourselves spending too much time focused on things that don't make money, we are going to be in a position to where we're like, you know what, is this really worth it? Like I'm doing all this stuff and I'm not making money. Well, you may just be doing the wrong things. Well, not necessarily the wrong things, but maybe things that you have to balance with income producing activities. What do I mean by that? Because we're like, well, I'm doing everything I see everybody else doing. Okay, well, maybe everybody else is doing something else also that's going to generate income. Okay, so let me talk about that. But before I do, if you're a leader on this call and you take notes, if you see anything or hear anything helpful, take notes and then pass that on to your teamies so that they can learn these things too and not have to bump their head trying to figure this out. So good leaders pass on information. Okay, so Melly Mel said she's a certified. Welcome, girlfriend. You are right on the verge of leadership, so welcome. Okay, so what is not an income producing activity? I'm gonna say these first because I want us to really understand what I'm talking about. What is not an income producing activity is making samples all day. Okay, so then all your samples stay in a bucket, right? You spend 4 days making all kinds of samples, and that whole closet back there is filled with samples. Okay, but it's because I've also done other things. I will not sit and make samples if my PRV is at 0. I won't. I just won't, because that's not going to generate income. That might throw a little bit of you guys off, but let me explain why. If your PRV is at 0 and you're on the 9th of the month, it's time to refocus, because those samples, yes, have the possibility to generate income when you're handing them out, but at the moment right now, that's not going to work right now. You need to focus on what is going to generate income. Do that on the side. Do it with your second hand, because you can work with 2 hands, right? What do I mean by that? Well, let me, I don't want to jump into that yet. Wait a second. I'll tie it in a second. Okay, so another thing that's not by itself, let me just emphasize, by itself is not income producing, is branding yourself. So many of us are focused on branding ourselves, like, oh, what colors do I want? And oh, I want to make poly mailer bags, and I want to spend this, and I want to do that, and I want to spend days and weeks on branding myself. And you got all this cute, colorful stuff and all this money that you put out of your own pocket, but there's no income coming in. You're gonna start upsetting the spouse because there's money coming out. Okay, babe, where's the money coming in? Where is it at, right? And don't get me wrong, you have to spend money to make money here and there. But if we are putting out and not seeing any kind of income, then we have to adjust. Okay, so those are the two biggest things that I see people doing that take up their time instead of doing stuff that can produce income. So what can produce income? I'm going to say they both can, hand in hand with the stuff that I'm talking about next. The very first and most important thing I can stress is customer follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up, okay? You can tie in your samples when you do your follow-ups. You can tie in your cute little bags when you're doing follow-up, and the images that you're spending forever creating. You can do that. That's going to generate income. Lori, that baby is so cute. I just looked over. I'm squirrel. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, cute.
Thank you so much. He keeps going, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm sorry, guys. I get squirrel when I see babies. Okay. I don't want no more babies though, but I get I get squirrel when I see them. Okay, so the fortune is in the follow-up, guys. And this is what I mean, where you could tie it in. But if you're making samples all day long and handing them out as empty leads, what's an empty lead? Empty lead is you give some, oh, here you go, I just want to give you some samples. And then you get no information back. That's an empty lead. So you're throwing out all these samples, or else you're making all these samples and they're staying. But if you tie it in with what I'm talking about next, then it works. Okay, so follow-up. There's different ways of customer follow-up. And sometimes we get stuck in the text, hey, just check in to see if you need anything. That's okay. That's a basic type of follow-up. But let's talk about something that's a little bit more detailed that can target our customers, especially right now in the season that we're in. Did you know that you can go into your order history, and you can go back and you can see? This is what I did, because this is funny, and I shouldn't say this. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Okay, take this with a grain of salt, what I'm about to say, because I love sponsoring. Sponsoring is my jam. That's my strength. I hit annual mentor every year. I'm not saying that to brag or boast. I'm saying that in parentheses to what I'm about to say, okay? I don't want to sponsor this month because all my customers, my best customers joined, and my PRV has taken the biggest hit it's ever hit. I usually average anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 PRV a month. I'm down to like 3, okay? Because my best customers, 3 of them joined last month. And I'm just like, anyway, so I'm not highlighting it, but I'm just like, okay, I go back in the order. This is what made me do this, because now my customer base is low. If you say, oh, my customers don't want to buy right now, I'm struggling, I'm texting, it's time to go back into your order history. If you are a newer consultant, this may not communicate with you right now, but if you're a consultant that has been around for a while, go into your order history. I went back to the day I started, and I started looking back at the customer order history, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about her. And I'm like, okay, let me mess it, so you can go back as far as you want into your order history. What I did the beginning of this month is I went back to August 2017 when I first joined, and I started looking at my customers and what they ordered, and then I would message them, and I'll be like, hey, and then I went through 6 months of order history. You can do that because sometimes we forget about our customers that purchased back then. You can use AMI as well, AMI, that helps too. But I like to I'm more of a visual person where I need control. I have control issues. So I want to be able to push the button and see exactly what they ordered and all this stuff. So it's right there, okay? Why would we want to do that? The very first thing right now I could say is Dumbo. You have people that ordered Dumbo back in the days, right? When it first came out with the Dumbo Buddy and the bar. Guess what? We have the warmer now. These Dumbo people want to see that warmer. Maybe they haven't bought from you in like 4 years, 3 years, or when Dumbo came out, maybe that's the only thing they bought from you. You can type in customer order history and you could the product history, you could type in Dumbo, and anybody who purchased Dumbo through you will pop up. Those are the people you want to target and say, hey, I know you ordered the Buddy from me back in the days. Guess what we have right now? We have a warmer and we have Timothy, the clip. It ties together. Okay, that is an income producing activity. Okay, because you have a target and that's a specific product that they can buy. Also, Cinderella. That the bar was out before, and what else did we have of Cinderella? The bar, was that it? Yes, right? I think so. Anyways, if they bought the bar from you, guess what? Oh my gosh, did you see Cinderella warmer out? Oh my gosh. And hey, why not tie in the castle now? Because we have pre-order until March 14th. Capitalize on that. Cinderella's castle, right? They can pre-order for that. So you want to type in the order history and you want to do Cinderella bar, whatever it's called, happily ever after, I think. And then you type that in, it'll pop up and it's going to drop down whoever ordered Cinderella from you. And then you message, hey, I know it's been a while, but look, I wanted to show you just in case you want to pre-order this, or in case you want to jump on the Cinderella mini warmer or the carriage. Okay, so that's targeted and that's an IPA. Okay. Another thing that you can do, if you have, maybe you don't have a big Disney following, right? Some of us, let me just say this, and this is not an income producing activity by itself, but tied into what I'm saying previously to this, it works, okay? If you don't have Disney customers, you can sit there and be like, oh, well, I don't have Disney customers. That's not for me. I guess I'll just let everybody else get all the orders. Or you can jump into these Disney lover pages. You're not going to post there because that's out of compliance and you'll lose your account, but you make genuine relationships engaging with these people and start, liking, commenting, getting into people's lives, and then they comment and then they want to be part of your life, and then they add you as a friend and they start seeing ding, right? Okay, let me back. If you don't have it, you go find it. You don't sit there and accept that as, oh, well, I don't have Yoda fans, or I don't have Star Wars, or I don't have Disney. Go get them. They're there. You just got to go get them. Okay. Don't sit on your hands because you can't. Closed mouths don't get fed. Open your mouth, put a spoon in it. Let's go. Okay. So, if you don't have a huge Disney following right now, you can work and go do it at the same time. Then focus on what we do have, what people are buying, right? If you have somebody that loves Luna, focus on Luna and what does Luna come in? Everything, right? Maybe they've only bought bars. You go look at their customer order history, okay? You type in their name and it'll show you what they bought. Okay, they bought Luna bar and they bought a room spray. I wonder if they know that we have laundry and we have scent pack and we have, then you customize, and this is the thing. That's why generalizing a text for everybody won't work and it gets old and sounds commercially and spammy, is because you want to customize it to them and say like, hey, Lori, I know that you bought, you love Luna. I'm seeing you're buying it over and over. Lori, did you know that it also comes in washer whiffs? Did you know that we can put a whole laundry bundle together for you if you're interested? Imagine your clothes smelling like the scent that you love in your house, right? So now you're specifically targeting what your customer loves, and that's good customer service, and that is going to make them feel special and noticed and appreciated, right? Because you know what they like, right? Okay, so fortune is in the follow-up. How much time do I have? Okay, fortune is in the follow-up. And yes, Tracy, did you know you could get the Scentsy, if you get the club, you can get the brick. Yes, that's a great way to tie them in to the club, okay? Because some of them aren't even in the club. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, I'm trying to hurry, but I'm just like trying to get it all in. Okay, so follow-up, guys. When we follow up, that's the biggest IPA that we can possibly do. And when we run out of customers, we go make more customers. That's a whole nother training we can do another day. But focus on the ones that you do have right now and customer service the heck out of them. And then you'll start to see increasing PRV. Okay. And then go get those Disney fans, go do all that. Okay. go reach out to the Dumbos, reach out to the Cinderellas, all of that. Also, what else can we do that's an income producing activity? We can have an inventory sale. What's an inventory sale? I don't know if you guys have ever used yumiwho.com. It's not an app, it's an actual website, and it's free. Well, it's free if you use the free part, which I do because you don't need anything else. yumiwho.com. You upload your inventory. It's actually tied in with Scentsy and it's approved by Home Office. We've got the clearance to use it. We upload all of the inventory we have, okay, and then it actually has a Scentsy catalog on there, and you just tap the items and it adds the inventory to this website, right? So then on that website, you create a little link. Now, hear me out because I'm big on compliance. Integrity is everything to me. You have to do right even when nobody's not, when people are not looking, okay? So you upload all of this stuff, then you get the link and you could say, in my VIP group, this is what I do. I don't do it too often because I don't want it to be a sale type of business because our product is worth full price. Every now and then you can do an inventory sale, okay? You do that in VIP group. Hey guys, I'm gonna have a flash sale. Message me for the flash sale link. You cannot put the link on your VIP group, even if it's a VIP, if it's a private group. It has to be done one-on-one. Okay, so when they message you, hey girlfriend, okay, here's the link, you're ready to go. Go ahead and shop, start claiming. They basically see everything that you have and they tap, 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 claim, and then say, send me my invoice. Okay, so you can't pay through that app, which is great. I don't want to pay through an app anyways. Then when they hit send me my invoice, you get your email notified, and then you say, okay, here's your total, and you could ask them if they want to have it shipped, if they want to pick up. All of that information can be on there. And then once they submit it, you get the email, you send them the invoice, and ding. Okay, well, how does that give me PRV if it's already stuff I have? You reinvest it. You turn around and flip it. Hear me out. Oh, I don't want to put all that money back because I need gas money. Keep gas money. Gas is $103 a gallon right now. So we need something, right? If you need to keep it, then keep some, but put some back into PRV, right? We want to make sure that we are constantly flipping this product, right? So I have that whole wall back there was filled with room sprays, and that's all I have left right now because I did an inventory sale. So you sell the product and then you reinvest and you keep flipping and doing like that. Like that's just what, am I taking too long? Am I, what's my time? I'm like, I don't even know where I'm at. Who am I? Where am I? Okay. So, inventory sale, reinvest what you put into, and listen, most of the stuff that we get, you guys, we get for free and half off. So we are profiting bananas, right? Right now I have about $700 in host credit for free right now because I have a host link that I did for myself. So I am going to get 700, wait, no, it's like 300 and something for free, and the product was there. So I'm gonna have $300 in free product to stock my inventory again. And then when I'm feeling a little low on my PRV, or I'm like, oh God, you know, I need a little push, I'm gonna do an inventory sale, and then I'm gonna turn around and put it back in, right? So yumiwho.com, and it's not an app, it's a website, okay? So how about fundraisers? Fundraisers are huge, you guys, and you may say, I've never done one. It's scary. It is scary the first time you do it because you don't want to mess up, because these people are depending on you to help them generate sales for what? Their schools, their sports team. Right now, you guys, sports teams are traveling everywhere because are getting ready to. I have a daughter in softball, and we are going to Colorado, we're going to Tennessee, we go to Vegas, we do all this stuff, okay? And it costs a lot of money for hotels, for uniforms, for all this stuff. So if you know of a family member or friend, you reach out to them directly, and this is an income producing activity, okay? You reach out to them directly and say, hey, I know Stephanie is in softball and her team is getting ready for spring summer ball. Do you think that you could pitch to the coach, like maybe I can do a Scent Circle fundraiser for you, or a flower fundraiser, or whatever, a full catalog fundraiser, however you want to do it. If you guys need files for fundraisers, Brooke, I have some. If you want me to send them to you, I could. And it's literally a breakdown, and it has order forms. It has the stuff to say to people when you talk to them. It's a packet. So I love to do that. And you could do them for pet rescues, like shelters. You can do it. Hey, you know what? I want to provide some shampoo and detangler for the pets that come through and you guys rescue. And I know you guys clean them up when you get them. I would love to donate. How do you donate? You donate by you post a picture and say, hey, every order placed under this link is going to get donated to in the form of shampoo and detangler and whatever, like whatever you want to say. And then you could, if you want to donate the cash, you could do that, or the host credit can go for the shampoos, however you want to do it, work it how you want to do it. It's an income producing activity because it's PRV, right? You could do it for people that have extended hospital stays, or maybe they need to bury a loved one, getting a little bit more lighter, a heavier conversation. But there's needs out there. We just have to open our eyes to them. Okay. And don't wait for somebody to ask you for a fundraiser. Are you guys talking about fundraisers on your social media? We should be. We should say, hey, I love to donate cash. I love to donate whatever you want to say. Just put it out there. If you guys don't know how to talk about fundraisers, get images, go on Pinterest, look on there. Brooke, have you guys ever done a training on fundraisers before? That's a huge training right there. And I don't want to get too deep into it because literally it's detailed. But there's so many different ways. If I have time, they have 8 minutes, right? If I have time, I'll touch a little bit on it more, but let me go back to another income producing activity. Parties. We were built on home parties. This company was built on home parties. Now that the world is starting to open back up, people are going to start to maybe want to, yeah, Tracy, you guys can put me down for a fundraiser training. I don't mind. I love it. I do fundraisers every year for my daughter's middle school, for sports, for all the stuff that I've talked to you guys about tonight. I've done it. So I would love to. Let's do it for April though, guys. March I'm slammed. I'm done for the month. I think my calendar is full. So look, this company was built on home parties. Do we have to do home parties all the time now? No, we don't. There's different ways we can do parties that are income producing. Okay, so I'm having my first home party next weekend out of from 2 years. We've been locked down, right? I haven't had a home party in 2 years. I'm so excited that I get to go and talk to real life human beings and have a glass of wine and share Scentsy. Like, this is my job. We should be excited about doing something like that. What about text parties, text share links? What about flower parties? What about office parties? What about catalog parties? What about bag parties? I don't know if you guys are still new, you might not know what some of these are, but we used to do these all the time. Remember, Brooke, Tracy, this is what our income was. Our PRV was this, right? Social media. Social media can be income producing. How? Because you're sharing, you're not selling, you're not a commercial, you are sharing product pictures of your house. Engagement posts. Which one would look better in my bathroom? You don't have to have the product. You may say, oh, you know what? I can't do that. I can't because I don't have that product. I'm here to eliminate every freaking excuse that can come across the table today. Get a picture from Facebook, get a picture from Pinterest, download that into your phone, and then put a screenshot of your bathroom, right? Put a screenshot of your bathroom and say, hey guys, I'm trying to decide which warmer that I want for my bathroom. And then you upload that picture, both of them, and you put them on that image on your story and say, poll, this one or that one, which one do you want? So now you're going to start giving people vision. This can be an income producing activity if you do it right. If you are noticing on your social media and you may think, oh, it's not really working for me because I post on my social media all the time. How are you posting on your social media? Is it just the marketing images and message me to buy? That is a little bit different. That's a whole social media training. Like, that's a whole training in itself as well. But how we post on social media can be income producing. If we are asking for engagement, if we are asking for for opinions, or if we're shouting out our customers that buy something, you know what? Next time somebody purchases from you, you go and you post a thank you of the real life stuff they bought. Okay, so if they purchased a warmer, go on Facebook, find the image, and then post it and say, thank you so much. I cannot wait for you to get your new warmer. I would love for you to send me a picture of it once you get it in your own home. And then you slap that picture on there, because that's going to get oh, I remember I got my warmer. Rihanna asked me to send a picture of it. We're keeping them engaged, and we're showing real life customer interaction. Okay, so we have to get a little bit more creative with the way we are trying to produce income. Let me back up all the way to the beginning, what I said, so I can wrap up my time. All the way to the beginning, I said, making samples is not an income producing activity. If you already did all of the stuff that I talked about right now, not all in one day, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. But if you already finished all that, you did all that, and now you're like, okay, well, now I can make some samples. Now I can sit down and make some samples. Okay, so then those samples that you just made, you can throw into thank you orders. You could throw into your fundraiser packet that you're going to pitch. You can throw it into, what else did we do? The customer follow-ups. Hey, it was good talking to you today. Here, I just wanted to send some goodies your way. Do the follow-up, and then do a follow-up of samples, right? Like, there's different ways you can do it, but don't waste your time making samples for 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out of the month, and then wonder why you don't have PRV. And don't focus so much on all these beautiful Canva pictures. I'm all about Canva. I love it. But if you are focusing all of that time on there, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to be like, nobody wants to buy, nobody wants to join, nobody wants to work on my team. No, girlfriend, you are just not putting your focus where it should be so that you can start generating sales. Okay, so income producing activities, I think I kind of flew over everything, but put me on your calendar for fundraiser, Brooke. I would love, and Brooke, Tracy, are you a director? You are, right? Okay, I thought so. So put me on your schedule for fundraising next month, or whenever you want to talk about it, and I'll do it. And if do you guys have any questions on what I've talked about, the follow-up, social media, inventory, sale, fundraisers, home parties? I think I have 2 minutes before Stasia comes in and finishes it out.
I just want to say that I loved the closed mouths don't get fed. That is my favorite quote ever. I'm pretty pumped about it. I wrote it down. I'm gonna like put it over my computer. That was awesome. Like really, like it hit me. I loved that. And the Yumi who, I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know if anybody else didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm pretty excited to give that a shot. No clue that was a thing.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Does anybody have any questions for her before we keep it going? Any specific things that you wrote down that you want to say?
How would you advertise an inventory sale on Facebook and be in compliance? Ashley, I would say exactly what I said before, like, hey, I'm having a flash sale. Let me know if you want the details on it. Simple, clean, not word vomiting, not, I'm gonna pique some interest. I could even do like a image of something in my house. Like I'll take a picture of my setup right here, and then I'll say, message me, and it'll have maybe a flower in the background. It'll have a warmer in the background. I'm not saying I have inventory. I'm not saying, any of that, because that's out of compliance. You can say, message me for my flash sale, or how would a flash sale sound today? And then put like a little smirk face on your story, and then say, yes, please, on one of the boxes, and on the other box, you could be like, no, I don't like to save money. Like, be silly, like just engage with them. You totally do it without saying you have inventory and without posting the link in your story or your link tree, because that is out of compliance.
Anybody else have any questions?
Yay, we finished right at 6. I stayed in my time. That's a first. Okay, well, it was very nice to be with you guys. It's my pleasure. And I am going to hop off now because I'm going to go fix some dinner for the family and I have my grandkids coming over for the night. So I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And I'll get in touch with you about the fundraiser papers and about a training next month.
Perfect. Sounds good. Bye,
You're the best.
everybody. It was
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you guys.
Okay, Stacia, we are ready for you. I'd love to hear different people's thoughts on how different things work for them and what does and doesn't work for other people.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Stacia. I am a star consultant. I have been with Scentsy. It'll be 3 years in May. I'm not going to go too deep into my story, but I was a customer for a little bit and I had every excuse in the book why I shouldn't sign up. And then the month that I signed up, they had a join special and I literally waited until like 10:30 or 11 o'clock the last day of the month. So I'm really glad I joined, and I am through ups and downs in my business. Like, I'm going to be honest, when Brooke reached out and asked me to talk to you guys, I was like, I mean, I was like, yeah, sure, absolutely. But in my mind, I was kind of freaking out a little bit because I'm in kind of a crap place with my business right now. I will totally be open and honest about that. And we got commissions today, and this was one of my lowest paychecks I've ever had with my time with Scentsy. I have not been paid at title for 3 or 4 months now. And it has really been a nice little swift kick in the butt because it tells me that A, something needs to change. B, I need to get my motivation back up. And C, I need to reevaluate what I'm doing, because am I doing enough income producing activities? Clearly I'm not. So the big thing, consistency. Like, you can have all these systems and all these ideas and all these things that you want to do, but if you're not consistent, you're not going to make the consistent income. That's where I'm at right now. I have not been consistent in 3 months. My income shows it. So something that I started doing, I've been getting the scent of the month for as long as I can remember. I go back and forth on the warmer. That's just my personal preference. There are perks to doing scent and warmer of the month. There's perks to doing just one. It's all about what you can do in this season of your business. So I always get the scent of the month because I put together these little packages for my customers. And I'm usually able to get most of my bars out to my VIPs as long as I'm consistent. And when I say consistent, I don't just mean like a post on my VIP page. Hey, scent of the month is in for next month. Who wants, in on it this time? Because I've tried that and I maybe get 1 or 2 people. But if I message the people that have bought them in the past, I will sell every single one of my scent of the month bars. So my thoughts behind this is I just want to break even, because in my mind, I'm getting new scents to my customers. They're getting a cute little package that seems extra special and personalized to them. I always put a little handwritten thank you. I didn't grab one, but I just have a little postcard thing and it just says, thank you for supporting my small business. It has a picture of me and my dog. And then I'll literally just write like a sentence or 2 on the back. I really appreciate your continued support. Thanks so much. And I just put it in a little bag like this. I got these little bags on Amazon, and I will put the scent of the month brochure. I always have to fold it down because it doesn't actually fit. And then a scent of the month bar. And I usually have a sticker on the front. I just haven't stickered this month's yet. And it has a picture of my face and a QR code. And it says like, no wax, no problem. Order more here or scan with your phone or something. So it's right on the front. And then they get a scent circle. And I haven't ordered this month's scent circles yet because I haven't put an order in. And I just put it in this little bag. And it cost me like $3.26 to mail out. And I charge my customers $10. And I say and you have to message that special privately because that's my personal special. And I say $10 for the bar. That includes your tax and your shipping and the scent circle. And again, my goal is to just break even here. If I get my $35 back for my scent of the month, I'm happy. And it's less bars that I keep in my personal stash. Because I've been inconsistent the last 3 months, I have way too many bars of the scent of the months just chilling over there. So that's something that I do to help get these out to my customers. And then what I end up finding too is that the same people will do my scent of the month package, and I will offer them a buy 5, get 1 free. It's a bundle that Scentsy offers. If they buy 5 months in a row, their 6th one, I just mail out to them and say, hey, thanks for your continued support. You bought 5, here's your 6th one for free. Yeah, sitting on the shelf isn't bringing you any income. So I try to get those out. Now I will take 4 to 6 cubes of a bar and make samples. I used to make cute little molds and send those out, but I have switched to felt samples year round because they're flat. I can put them in an envelope, pop a stamp on it, mail it out. That's what I call my happy mail. I keep it very, very simple. I like to keep my expenses as little as possible, because the more money you spend, the less income you're bringing in. You get 3 to 5 bars sold. Yeah, that's great. Ooh, there we go. Okay. So I try to get those out, and I will go back through the last 3 months of orders. I will put a felt sample. I have a little baggie, use washi tape, put it inside here, put it in a regular envelope. I will fold up a product sheet. I will put a little flyer for Scentsy Club, my business card, stamp in an envelope, mail it out. And I can't tell you how many times I then will have an order on my PWS for the scent and or warmer of the month within a week or 2 of sending those out. It doesn't happen where every single person puts in an order. It's at least something. So that has been helpful for me. Like I said, consistency is important. When I'm not consistent with that, I can tell a big difference. And like the things that I do that are income producing for me might not work for you. So that's something to keep in mind too. It's really awesome to listen to everybody's ideas, and it's really easy to be like, "Ooh, I love that. I want to try it. I love that too. I love that too." And then you get so overwhelmed. And once you get to that point, you're not going to be able to make income or engage in all these income producing activities because you're going to be so flustered trying to do all the things. So I have picked a few things, and again, trying to stay consistent with that. And that's where I see the most progress in my business. So something else that I do, and I don't do this all the time, is I bought scratch offs. I think I got these on Amazon, but you can get them on Etsy as well. And I make my own. So this was just the ones that I got this time, and they come with the stickers separately. And because I have a bunch of bars sitting on my shelf over there, I will put like free bar from my stash with next order of $25 or something like that. A lot of times these don't get redeemed, and that's fine because this scratch off barely cost me anything. But then I've also seen it where I send them out and I get half of them returned to me, but then that's a bunch of people that just put a minimum $25 order in. And I've also done it where I send my local customers free shipping, people that I would normally be delivering to anyway. So then that literally cost me nothing but the scratch off in their thank you card from their last order. But something so small can be such a big deal to someone else. You know, I can't remember who was talking before me. I'm terrible with names, but she talked about the follow-up, customer service. That is huge. When I started to put more effort into my customer service, I started making and having better relationships with my customers, which then in turn got me more repeat orders. I was the person people were thinking of, not the other consultants they might be seeing on their Facebook, or that friend of a friend that they know, or this person's daughter's brother-in-law's sister or something. Like, they think of me because I put in the extra effort and I've given that customer service and spent that time to build that little bit of a relationship. Limited time offers are not really my jam. I'm going to be honest. The customer base that I have right now, they don't really go for all the LTOs. It's very rare. So for me, I will post about it, but I don't spend a lot of time like advertising those, because for my business, that's not income producing. I would rather, LTOs I feel like are really hit or miss, because like my Harry Potter, that was the best LTO that I have had. But when I look at my customer base, it makes sense. I don't have a customer base where a bunch of people have kids where they're going to do all the buddies, all the Disney buddies, or like the Cars warmer and, like the Muppets buddies, like all of those were super cute. And those are great for the right people. For my customers, taking the time to promote all of those things is just not income producing for me. So she also touched on making samples. The act of making samples is not income producing. Getting those samples to your customers with a purpose and with a follow-up, that's when it can become income producing. So this is a perfect example. I like to do things in bulk. I just feel better about it. That's just how my brain works sometimes. So I went through, and it's been a little bit. And I was like, oh my God, these little Scentsy bags are so cute. I have all these brochures for the body line and the laundry line and the clean line. I need to get these out to my customers. I want to give them samples. So what did I do? I spent a ton of time making these cute little packages. I made these stickers. I printed them at home with a QR code, takes them straight to the body line. I put the brochure in there. I put a product sheet in there and a business card. Guess what? I spent all the time making these, and most of them never left my house. Looking back, that was a total waste of time, because that barely brought me any income off of all the time and effort I put into doing that. So for me, I don't know if you can hear my dog. He's over there chasing his tail. So for me, making felt samples and sending out the scent of the month, that is very income producing in comparison to these. I love these. I'm like, these are so cute. My customers are going to think these are awesome. Everything's here. I can zip it up. This is great. Just pop it in an order. But I know now that I'm not going to spend the time doing this again, because this just didn't work for me. I actually would go through and I'd be like, oh, that product sheet is really old. I need to throw that away. Like, wow. And then I feel guilty and I feel disappointed. But when you get to that point, because I feel like most, if not every single one of you, if you haven't been to that point in your business yet, you will. So remind yourself that I had a little lull in my business. That didn't work for me, but what can I do differently to get back to those income producing activities? My customers love, or seem to love, when I can joke about my own mistakes. I'm very real and honest and open with them about things. I went through a phase where I was like, I'm doing bingo. I'm going to try this whole bingo thing. And the one of the days that I planned to do bingo, I was so hungover. I could barely sit up. And I will tell you what, I got more engagement during that bingo game because everybody was laughing at me, and we were laughing together because I was really honest. I was authentic. I was real. Yeah. My stepmom happened to jump on and she was like, are you sure you don't have COVID? Like, are you okay? You're wheezing. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm door dashing McDonald's. Like, I'm fine. But so many people couldn't relate to that. So sometimes it's not necessarily, sorry, it's the dogs. Sometimes it's not necessarily things that you're doing with your products. It's about being real and honest and open, because when they know that they can trust you, they're more likely to order from you. When I do sniff sessions, I will, if I don't like something, they know it. I can't hide my facial expressions with things. So if I don't like something, they know, and I'm going to be honest with them. And that honesty has been income producing for me. So that's something to keep in mind. It doesn't always have to be product in hand doing things to make that income. I have been in situations too where I'm like, I want to do all the things. I would love to try a fundraiser, but I know who I am as a person, and that's not realistic for me. So be okay with where you're at and what you're capable of. Because like I said earlier, if you get to a point where you are too overwhelmed, you're not going to be able to make income, because there's, oh my goodness, hang on, just gonna take you with me. So be honest, be okay with where you're at in your business, whether it's just doing follow-ups, sending Facebook messages. Hey, this warmer's coming out and it made me think of you. That's what got me to buy my very first warmer. I work with kids who have autism, and someone sent me a picture of the autism warmer and said, I thought of you. That was it. Something so simple. When the new Mickey and Minnie warmers came out, I have a customer who's obsessed with Mickey and Minnie. I shot her a message real quick. Hey, just want to let you know these are coming out in the new catalog. I sent her a picture of that page in the catalog. She bought both of them. Same with the Disney Christmas warmer. She was the only one who bought it, but it's because I took the time, 5-10 seconds maybe, to send a personalized message and say, hey, I thought of you when I saw this. That is huge. So be scent's about to go away. You sure you don't want to start a Scentsy club? Or, hey, now's the time to stock up, order a couple bundles. So reach out to people, and don't be afraid to do that outside of your regular follow-up. I suck at follow-ups. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm terrible at follow-ups. But when I do them, I see better results. So for me, sometimes I would rather just say, hey, this is coming out, or I know you really like masculine scents, and this scent made me think of you when I smelled it. Those little things can really help your business, especially long-term and down the road. If you're in it for the long haul, which I hope you are, because the opportunities here are endless. You get out of this what you put into it. So think about what can be income producing long-term as well. Yes, you want that PRV every single month. You want to get paid at title. You want to grow your team. You want to do all these things right now, but think about what's going to be sustainable and what's going to help your business and your income be sustainable long-term. Those little things that really don't take a lot of time. For me, that has helped me more than doing things that take hours and hours and hours, because that's just what works for me. So yeah, I don't really think, I didn't write notes. Like, I'm not a person who writes agendas or anything when I do stuff like this. I just kind of talk and see what comes, because I feel like it's way more natural. It's way more authentic. If you guys have any questions for me, I don't know what time. Oh, I talked for 20 minutes. I'm pretty proud of myself for that.
So my favorite thing was the scent of the month talk. I love that, because a lot of people don't want to put they don't want to spend the $35 or what is it, like, I think it's like 42 something for me shipped like to my house. They don't want to spend that money on the scent of the month, but breaking it down bar by bar, as long as you get people to buy them back from you, you can actually make money on the scent of the month. And it gets them on your website, it gets them looking at new things, and it gets them possibly wanting a new warmer. So I love that you brought up the scent of the month stuff.
And like the brochures have previous scent and warmers of the month. So if those are still available and people like them, they're going to look for those warmers and those scents. I've had customers come back and go, oh my God, do you still have some of this scent from 2 months ago? I'm like, actually, I have 1 bar left. I'll set it aside for you.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
I just had like a switch one time and I was like, I have to get these bars out of my house. They don't do anything when they're sitting on my shelf. If I'm active with my parties, I'll use old scent of the month bars as my giveaways just to help get engagement up. But doing and I call it the scent of the month club, and I'll offer different price points. Like when we used to get the room sprays, I would do a higher price point if they wanted a room spray. But if they don't want a scent circle, then I'll make it a lower price point, and then I can get it out to them sooner. Oh my God. My dogs are playing tug and they are just making me nervous.
I love that. Tracy, did you have anything you wanted to talk about with that?
What I do for income producing?
Well, anything to add on to what she said,
Well,
or
first
anything
of all,
different? Yeah,
I
that
think
was
that
great.
she's right about being authentic and building relationships. I think that is the pillar of your business, is when you take the time to actually build those relationships, get to know those customers, what their likes and dislikes are. So that way you can tailor things perfectly for them. And you're not being a salesperson. You're getting to know them. You're getting to know their likes, their dislikes. You're getting to learn more about them. So it's not like being a salesperson of, hey, by the way, buy this. Hey, like Stacia said, hey, guess what? Your favorite scent's going away. Like, you learn these things about them. So if they trust you, they will listen to you and they will believe in you when you tell them something is happening. It's really key, at least for my business. I've structured my business on relationships first, the rest will come. And I truly believe in that. I think that everything that both guest speakers have come to say is, number one, it is consistency, and it's showing good customer service to your customers. And I have to agree with that. I'm sure you do as well, Brooke.
Yeah, I loved it. Does anybody have any questions for Stacia? Or anything that you really, really liked that you want to talk about?
Something else I've been trying to do, it's habits. And it may have been a video or a training that Chelsea did like a long time ago, but I wrote it on my dry erase board, and healthy habits create consistency. And so something that I'm trying to get in the habit of is 1 post a day in my VIP group, whether it's Scentsy related or not. Because I find that sometimes I get more engagement on non-Scentsy posts in my VIP group. So don't be afraid to post about not Scentsy things. Again, it helps build that relationship, and it reminds people that you're a real person too, and you're not just there to just be a salesperson.
And they want to see your real life. A lot of people, like in my VIP group, I've got a couple handfuls of people that aren't Facebook friends. They were added by other customers. And if you're just constantly posting catalog on your VIP group, then they don't see you as a person or a parent or a worker or a whatever you do with your life. I don't know, hunter, fisher, things that you do. They want to see that fun side of you. They don't want to just see you selling to them.
One day I was changing my wax. I hadn't posted in my VIP group in a couple days, and I was like, I got cotton cleanups right here. We just upped the price to $10. Guess what? I popped that sucker in there, and I took a real-time video, no filter, no time lapse, speed up, nothing. And I think the video was 12 seconds total. And that was even me taking the cotton cleanup and like rubbing it in the dish and holding it up so they could see it. And I got a ton of interest in cotton cleanups. I didn't get any orders from them, but they saw how quick and easy it was to use a cotton cleanup. That took me 30 seconds to do total.
That's a great idea.
So
I love that.
Income producing right there that second. But I can't tell you how many people at least reached out or commented and said, oh my God, I'm going to order those with my next order.
I also find too that showing that you use the products daily, that they are a part of your life. You're not selling, you physically use the products, several different products daily. It's really important for them to see that, because if not, you're just a salesperson. It doesn't look like you really believe in the product.
Yep.
If you use it, you believe in it, right? Otherwise you wouldn't stand behind it. So that's another thing that I think is really an income producing thing, because they are seeing you doing, you are talking about it. You are cleaning out, like you said, your warmers with it. You're using the cleaner to clean out the caked on oils that turn brown. You're showing them it's not a bad warmer. Use our cleaner and you can clean it right out, you know? So these are things too, like you were saying, I think that are really good for continuing that and being real.
My morning routine, when I wake up, I make my bed and I spray my Scentsy Fresh. And again, because I have been slacking recently, I was posting me spraying my bed almost every single morning. I had someone sign up because they said seeing me spray my bed with my Scentsy Fresh every single morning made her realize that I truly love and use the products. And every time I posted about it, she's like, that was so easy. It looks like you enjoy the product. So I signed up because of that. Something so simple.
Sorry, Olivia, want to say goodnight to Tracy.
Good night, Olivia.
That is about our time, guys. Does anybody have any other questions or anything that they would love to add to this? We'd love to hear from any of you that has any anything that you found that's helped you in your business. Because I tell you what, from SSD all the way down to Essential, you guys can teach us all something.
Isn't it? How something affects you or your business. Somebody was fucking died tonight.
Exactly, because of you.
Jackie, I'm gonna mute you unless you want to talk. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on. I really, really appreciate you guys showing up for your business. It is so, so important to be here live for these kinds of things. You get more out of it. I promise you, being here live than you do watching the recording. It's important. Trace and I are going to try and do these every single month. For anyone interested, we do have a really, I haven't told you guys this yet. Can I tell them? Yeah. Okay. We have a really exciting training on Monday night. Anyone on here is welcome to join, even if you're not a part of mine or Tracy's team. We have Michael Bohr coming on to talk to us about licensing, and he is from Home Office. And he has asked to come on and give us a little chat and talk to us about all things licensing. He is in charge of licensing, and he is the one that created Scent Club. So he will be on to talk to us Monday evening about that stuff. Yes, be there. It's gonna be fun. All right, I'm gonna hit the unrecord button real quick. If I can find it, I don't know where it's at.